This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. Before we start today's show, just a reminder you can get full videos of this show over on Patreon, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. We'd also love for you to sign up there to help support the show. We are an independent podcast, so any support you can give us really means the absolute world. As well as that, you can listen to my other podcast, 20th Century Boy. It's the conversations you wish you were having about the stuff that no one else cares about. It's every Thursday. So if you like listening to me on this, or you hate listening to me on this and just want to hate me more, jump on to 20th Century Boy every week. All right, on to this week's show. 50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Azkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sam is away this week. Apparently he's too busy with his job or something like that. But fan favourite, Jackie is back for her 4th appearance, I think, on the show.
It truly is, and thank you for having me.
And I feel like the impression you've made on the show, like I would have thought you'd been on more, because people love your eps.
That's really good news. I don't know what I did to deserve that.
But you're just a funny person. People like hearing from you.
All right, and you guys better keep it that way. And let that be a warning.
Hopefully this isn't a boring episode. I
got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, exactly. How have you been?
Yeah, good.
Well, that's not what you told me before.
Don't worry about it. All the public needs to know is my life is a dream.
Well, one thing that's similar between doing the pod with Sam and doing it with you is like me and Sam always talk for like 45 minutes after the time we agreed to start, just catching up. So like everything's going to plan so far.
Oh, good. Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks as well for coming to the live show. That was fun.
The live show was so good.
Jackie was in the front row.
I was in the front row.
Like in that song.
I had a little sign and a flag.
Was it? Travis, I'm pregnant?
Yeah.
Did you see that from Courtney? Chloe? Wait, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. My sign didn't say that. My sign said, Radio Mike, you're pregnant.
And the whole show. If I seem off on that show, it's because I was looking at the sign being like, what? I thought I'd just gotten fat. Like,
he had a bit of morning sickness that day.
No, I wasn't pregnant. That was actually just a joke. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate you filling in on such short notice. We were talking before because I'm making the pilgrimage to Harry Potter studio tour in London.
Yeah.
And you were like, I've done that.
Yeah.
When did you do it?
So I went in 2018 around January, and it was great. Yeah, it was really cool. You get to go through like all the different sets in the room. So you get to see like the Grand Hall.
Great Hall.
They call it the Grand Hall there.
In America, it's the Grand Hall.
Yeah,
like the Sorcerer's Stone and the Philosopher's Stone.
To me, it was really grand.
Yeah, I thought it was big.
It cost a few grand at least.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the big hall. So wait, they have a life-size big hall.
Yeah. Like there was the inside, and then they had all the costumes. They had like McGonagall and Snape and maybe Harry's costume. They had them all like on mannequins.
Wow.
Just hanging out. It was really cool.
So did you were you just in London and you were like, let's do it, or did you book in advance?
Oh, it was on the plan from day dot. Like who'd
you go with?
I went with my friend Ebony.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah, Ebony's good.
I've met her.
Yes.
Hey, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony.
Remember this?
And it was sick. And it also just flashed to mind. You get to go through one of the parts of like the exhibits is all the special effects rooms.
Oh, cool.
So you get to see, that little like
dead Voldemort?
The dead Voldemort. You get to see like the robot of that they used, and it like moves around and it's real freaky.
And it's still there. You know how in Dumbledore says like, oh, I think he'll just be stuck in limbo forever.
Yeah,
and the robot really is.
He's still there.
He's still there, just like, kill me.
That's kind of what you get though when you
split your soul 7
try
times.
to do a genocide on Muggles. You get
you get limbo. You don't even
Warner
get hell.
Brothers purgatory.
You're just stuck there forever. What else do they have there?
All the special effects stuff's coming to mind. So you see all like the werewolf stuff and
yeah.
God, I'm also trying to remember. They have the castle. It's like a little tiny
Hogwarts
version of obviously of the Hogwarts castle, but it's like it's like probably like this high. And
like a school for ants.
Yeah, it is.
Zoolander.
But like, yeah. It was. I actually. That's funny you say that because my Instagram story of that says that. What is this? Wizarding school for ants?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I guess that's just
clearly we're very original.
No, I think that's just the first joke anyone would think of in that situation. If you've seen Zoolander. Oh, awesome. Have you been to Universal Studios?
Yeah.
The Harry Potter world.
Yeah, I did in Florida.
Yeah,
the one
cool.
in Florida.
Where you go to like Hogsmeade and then you can see Hogwarts and stuff.
We went to Hogsmeade at the one in London. So we got a
there's a
butterbeer there.
In the London studio tour.
Yeah, you can get butterbeer.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Only like 67 days to go.
It was sick. It was very good.
Wow.
So soon. You're going to love it. I think that place is made for you.
How long can you spend there?
I think we did like a full day, at least half a day.
Okay.
I reckon we spent like 3 or 4 hours there maybe.
When you went to Universal, did you go on like the Harry Potter rides?
Yeah, we went on. They had the Flight of the Gryffindor. No, sorry. Oh my God.
Flight of the Hippogriff.
I'm never invited back on this podcast after butchering all of these key references.
Flight of the Gryffindor, the castle from the movies. Wait, is that's the little roller coaster, yeah?
It was like it was.
Or is it the one when you're inside and you have the glasses on and like you go through and it's like AR?
It wasn't AR, but it was not. It was like kind of a bit of everything. It was like you sit in the thing.
Yeah. I've been on that.
You sit in the thing and then it takes you through all the different worlds. It feels like
you're dragon,
swinging off something.
You're on the Quidditch pitch.
Yeah.
Malfoy's there.
Yeah.
Hermione's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in Osaka, but they all spoke Japanese.
Maybe that's the one I went to. All the things.
Have you been to Osaka?
Yeah, I've been.
Oh, yeah, you have been to Japan and you went to that penis festival.
Yeah,
that's like the first thing you told me when I met you.
I tell everyone.
I think I was like going to Japan when I met you and you were like, I did this penis festival. And then you sent me all these videos of you leading like a parade.
Yeah.
With a megaphone or something. Did you have a megaphone or did I make that up?
No, I led the penis parade.
So how have you ended up in another country, the leader of a penis parade? Can you tell us that story?
Some people just have like that kind of vibe about them. I'm like one of those people. I'm like a natural leader.
Yeah.
They could tell I'm qualified. We were drinking strong zeros. Did you drink strong zeros while you were there?
Yeah. If you ever go to Japan, drink one strong zero.
That's all you need.
Because
don't drink more.
It's like 11% alcohol.
Oh, it was bad. Like we were on the train once going somewhere and we bought a can of strong zero. It was like a longer can though.
500 ml can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
which
you can get
like
them out.
$4.
Can get them out of vending machines.
Yeah. I drank that bottle and then I went to go to the bathroom. And then I went to go to the bathroom on the train and I was lost and I couldn't find my friend for the rest of the train ride. I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
Also because of strong zeros, after the penis parade finished, I think I went to the bathroom and I came out and I didn't know where I was in the middle of Japan. I reckon my phone was about to die.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea where I am. I have no idea where my friends are. You black out on strong zeros. They're no joke.
Yeah. So it's sort of like It's just like a vodka.
It tastes like Solo too.
It tastes like, lemonade, like with a hint of like vodka or whatever the spirits in it. And you can just smash it down. You have two and you're fucked. Like we went out to do, me and like when I went with my school friends, we did karaoke one night and we were getting the train into the city to meet another friend. We're like, oh, we'll just get some of these strong zeros. And we just had like 3 each. We're completely fucked. We were supposed to be meeting our friend in Osaka, like at the train station at like 8:30, but then we were all in like this playground just drinking strong zeros, and then it was like 10 p.m. and we're like, oh shit, we got to be in Osaka, so we just like had to like get on the train. Yeah, it's crazy.
They should invent like medium zeros,
or
light zeros or something.
Weak zeros.
Yeah,
They sell them here now. I'm pretty sure you can get strong here now.
You shouldn't have told me that.
I'm almost certain you can. Yeah.
I am going to investigate this immediately.
Yeah.
You also just reminded me of we went to a few other theme parks when we were in Japan. I know are we off topic?
No, this is just the pod.
Great.
There are people who hate the chit chat, right?
I love the chat.
They only come to the show for the fanfic. But me and Sam strongly think that the chit chat at the start is a very special part of the show.
We're building a vibe.
Yeah.
We went to another theme park in it's called Fuji Q.
Oh, we saw that because we went to Mount Fuji, but we didn't go to the theme park.
It was good. Well, it was good. It was like, but I also got the feeling like, there are some theme parks in the US where like people get their head chopped off. Like I was worried that was going to happen because
not in Japan. The Japanese care too much.
That's true.
Americans don't.
They also like so patient. The lines were so long and no one was bothered.
Yeah.
They were like 3 hours for a ride, but we went on this one ride. It was meant to be the biggest drop in the world, like on a roller coaster, and the only bar you had was like over your lap. And I remember we were getting up to the top, and there was a guy sitting behind me who, as we were going up the top, he was going, "Oh no, oh no, 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 oh no, 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 ah, shit, no!" Like, and he was just going, and I was laughing so much. And the ride was going so fast that when we stopped, I had tear marks going straight
from
back, like this, straight back from laughing.
It sounds like a South Park kind of.
Yeah, like a South Park character.
I remember we were at Universal and we went on the it was like a Jurassic Park. It was called like the Flying Pterodactyl, and like it's like you're facing down, so like you're under the rail and you're looking down as if you're like flying. That's the effect. And we were in line for ages. We met these two Japanese like punks who were like 18, and because we were like these 4 white guys, they were like, "You guys are so cool," but they couldn't speak much English other than that. And when we were in the line, they kept like talking to us through Google Translate. So they'd write something, give it to us, and then we'd write it back. And then while we were in the line for this really scary ride, one of the Japanese guys hands me his phone, and he'd just written in Japanese and then translated it and said, "I am pooing my pants with fear." I just looked at him, and I guess he wrote like, "I'm very scared," but it translated to "I am pooing my pants with fear," and I just showed everyone else. Anyway, then we left those
That
guys.
was probably the guy who was on the ride behind me.
Oh, shit. Now, you've been on 3 times before over the years. Do you remember much about like what you've been, like what you've done?
Yeah, I remember you were a very disturbed child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What chapters have you been on? I know the first one you did was when they find the email from Mr. Charger printed out.
Was the first one the man with no anus?
Oh, maybe it was that.
The man with
No, that was after the remember they find the email
Charger
and he's
69
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the man with no anus, where that was you. That was a really pinnacle chapter where Mr. Charger's bum has Voldemort on it.
Yeah.
And then you did the centaur. Was it the centaur sex party?
I don't think it was a centaur sex party. It was just Hagrid wanting to do a boys' trip.
The sexy adventure for mates.
Exactly. For friends. And it's not weird that he asks the boys to take their clothes off.
Yeah.
Because that's what mates do. Nothing to worry about.
So like, and what are any highlights, lowlights, midlights, strong lights?
Many nightmares followed those readings.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the whole thing is kind of like feels like a fever dream whenever I try to remember any of it. The core memories I have are the email being printed and left out.
Yeah.
the Harry and Neville's dicks flopping in the air,
I know.
swinging in the air,
swaying gracefully in the wind,
Yes.
I think it was. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Fuck, sorry about that.
Oh,
this
I know.
show is a career ruiner. That's how I sell it. But there's some people who like get it, and then like, you know, like you, Sam, Zach, like other people that come on the show, Mikey D, like that just get it. But then I actually remember when I invited Ryan Shelton on, and I just like, it was a great ep, but I just think he left being like, that was stupid, which I guess everyone does, but more of that from him. But yeah.
He's probably the most sane one out of all of us.
Yeah, probably. He does the mental health podcast, The Imperfects. Have you heard that? It's a good podcast.
Yeah, I know of it, yes.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, we're now in book 3. So that's 2 after book 1. And book 3 is the Commentors from Kazkaban, or the Commentors of Kazkaban, something like that. Now, basically we're not even at Hogwarts yet. I think we're in chapter 9. The boys have their current, oh God, I don't even remember. Mr. Charger broke this guy out of Kazkaban in the first chapter or some shit. I don't know. Let's just start.
Can I ask a
Yeah.
quick question?
Yeah.
How many of these books have you written?
7.
Oh, there is 7.
There's 1 for each of the Harry Potters. So
Got
the
it.
first one, Harry Potter and the Boys, was like sort of like the Philosopher's Stone.
Yep.
The second one, the Team Wizard Tournament, was a bit of Goblet of Fire, but then it just went back to Chamber of Secrets. And then this one seems to very closely be following Prisoner of Azkaban. Like 2 of the boys like blew up one of the people at the orphanage into a balloon, like Harry does with Aunt Marge. And that's sort of where we left off in the last chapter. So I'll open up the Lachy. And
Because this entire time, I always, for some reason, thought there was one book and you've just been ghostwriting them to keep the podcast going.
No, they're all just sitting on my old laptop from when I was like in year 7. It's crazy. So we pick up in chapter 9, as I said, all the boys are together now, and you can vape on camera if you want. Sorry, I just saw you reaching for your vape, but you seemed uncertain about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so unprofessional.
Oh, gross. It smells really good. Keep it coming.
Disgusting.
So we pick up with chapter 9 and Jackie Hatton. I'll explain things as we ask questions, you know, stop down, have a laugh. But, you know, chapter 9 is here and we always start by reading the title of the chapter, which, Jackie, this week is...
The Shunpike Express.
What the fuck?
Also, I don't know.
First of all, it's Shunpike.
Sorry.
And then you said expressed. It's just express.
Okay, there's no need to make fun of my stutter.
It's the Shunpike Express.
The Shunpike Express.
Now, now you're not a hardcore Harry Potter fan. Does that name Shunpike, does that remind you of anything?
Not particularly. Sounds
Okay.
kind of like a slur.
You fucking Shunpike, you dumb duck. No, you know in the third Harry Potter movie, there's the bus. He gets on the bus and there's that guy and he's like, "What you fall over for?" And he's like,
Yeah, I know the
that's
little
Stan-
talky head.
"That's Stan Shunpike."
Oh.
So I guess we're seeing a return from Stan in this chappy.
Okay,
But let's see.
gotta find out.
All right, let's find out. Here we go.
Once the boys had figured out how the bloody hell Dimmy and Derek got to outside of Lockie's house, which you can find out by reading the previous chapter, how the bloody hell did they get there? The boys realized they would need to get to Diagon Alley to get their books before heading to Hogwarts. There was only one problem. Lockie's dad was supposed to take them, but now he was gone.
So Lockie's dad got an urgent call from the ministry and had to leave. So he works for the ministry.
Okay.
Good read so far. Well done.
They stood outside Lockie's house, completely stranded. Sam actually contemplated suicide, and that's why he's not here today. Because of this slander.
Not the books, not the real Sam.
But all
No,
of
Sam's doing really well. He's like writing on 2 TV shows. That's why he's not here. That's why we're here. No offense, but like, we're here because we're not doing anything important. I played PS5 all day today. It's Tuesday.
What are you playing?
Dead Cells. Have you played it?
No.
Oh man, it's so addictive. If
Dead
anyone's
Cells,
played
is
it,
that
hit me
like
up.
incels who didn't make it?
Yeah.
All right. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
Ooh.
2 large bright lights appeared on the road in front of them, chortling quintingly towards them until suddenly...
Until has 2 U's for some reasons.
Until
I read it more
suddenly,
as-
all of a sudden, a large blue quadruple decker bus pulled up.
Hang on. So it's all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
2 large bright lights, blah, 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 quintingly chortling towards them until suddenly, all of a sudden.
I cannot emphasize enough how sudden this is.
was. It was like you wouldn't expect it.
It's like in the blink of an eye. A large blue quadruple decker bus. He's always one-upping J.K. Rowling with this.
Yeah, was the night bus a triple decker?
I thought it would be a double decker.
Yeah. So I'm actually not one-upping. I'm 2-upping.
All right.
You don't hear that in Super Mario.
As
It's
the
a 2-up. It's the 2-up mushroom. Sorry, that notification on the laptop never goes away.
Oh God, I keep
I've
trying to
seen
close
you close it a
it.
few times. It always comes
it's
back.
not gonna work.
Yeah.
As the doors opened, the boys looked at the writing on the front of the bus. The Shunpike Express, formerly the night bus, but Stan Shunpike bought the company and changed the name.
It's like if sorry, you sound like you've got a zinger.
Oh no, I just think it's important. You always need to have a disclaimer. You need a clear name so no one gets
like
confused.
In Melbourne when I think we have Metro trains, but do you remember before that it was Connex? Remember
No.
before Metro was Connex?
No.
Changed in like maybe you're a bit younger than me, but you're only
Yeah.
like 3 years younger than
Yeah, I'm
me.
13.
Yeah, this is it's a really bad look for multiple reasons.
Don't ask how we met.
Yeah. No, so
It's not Omegle.
so before Metro, it was Connex, and it would be like if there was like Metro Trains, formerly Connex, but Metro bought the company and changed the name. Sorry, I don't know. That was
No,
good.
I think they probably need to update it again, like Metro Trains, still called Metro Trains, but now Dan Andrews is running it.
Yeah.
Now he's doing
This
upgrades.
makes no sense to any of our interstate or international listeners. Most of the listeners of this are international for some reason. Sorry, guys, very Melbourne-based comedy there.
It's all right, yeah.
So
You do need to know Melbourne references to understand the literature we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Stan Shunpike, I guess he did pretty well for himself
yeah he's
after
made
being
it.
a lowly bus conductor.
Well, he's only, as far as I know, he's got the monopoly on magical
Stranded
double
bus,
deckers.
yeah. Like, is there just one night bus or is it like a company? Are there multiple night buses?
No, I feel like it's just him zipping around real fast. And that's why he, because originally obviously double decker,
Yeah.
and he's like, I've got to expand the business. Should I get a second bus? No, we're adding more decks.
Yeah, he's like, more people want night buses in more places. And there, all the shareholders are like, let's get more buses, more drivers. Let's expand all over London. No, add 2 decks to the bus.
Like, what's the point in adding multiple when I could just squish this bus really tiny through an alleyway?
It must be so hard to turn a quadruple decker bus.
Listen, I've seen the way that guy drives.
Harry Potter and the boys will be right back. Excuse this interruption, teachers and students. Just a reminder that Derek is a disgrace to all wizards. Another reminder, you can support us on Patreon. Again, everything we do here at Radio Mike Productions, which includes Harry Potter and the Boys and my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, is independent. We're not one of those big podcasting businesses that has all these resources behind them and a PR team and a marketing team and an editing team and an everything team. We don't have that. It's all me, and then Sam comes along for the ride and Jackie's here for the ride. So any support would mean the absolute world to me/us. Helps us to sort of keep the show running, but also just, you know, if we ever want to do live shows, there's just some money there to get that stuff happening. Again, we're completely independent here, and it genuinely does mean the world to anyone who can give any money at all. You can make a one-off donation to the show, paypal.me/itsradiomike. If you do listen to the show every week, just consider giving, $1 a month, $3, $4, $5 a month just to help keep the show running. You might pay for a Netflix subscription, you might pay for a Spotify subscription, but if you do get something out of this pod, would mean the world if you help keep it running. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the show.
Out of the door stepped Stan Shunpike from the original books, except now he was old in the books. There might have been a thing where he was a Death Eater or something, but all of that's over now, and Stan Shunpike's been making an honest living as the conductor of the night bus, which was now called the Shunpike Express.
Which is also funny because, it's not an express. An express implies it just goes from one stop to another, but it's not.
He's taken every stop.
It's just a stupid name. Shareholders would have had something to say for that.
I know. For all the disclaimers he's put on the business and who owns it, he's forgot to cross a few T's here.
He really wants people to know that he bought the company and owns it now.
Yeah.
There's some insurance fraud he's trying to pull or something.
Stan Shunpike's an egomaniac.
Yeah,
I think
he used to be a Death Eater, but that's over now, as the book said.
Well, yeah, that's over.
We don't hold people to anything they did in their past.
Stan Shunpike apologized for that. He put a ukulele video out saying, "I'm so sorry for killing all those wizards."
Let bygones be bygones. Let Shunpikes be Shunpikes.
Yeah. The Toxic Express bus. Okay, anyway.
That was so funny.
Yeah. "Hello, boys," said Stan Shunpike. "Welcome to the Shunpike Express. It used to be called the Night Bus, but then..." He was interrupted by the boys. "You bought the company and changed the name?" they all said in universe. So I guess they were
in the universe?
They were just somewhere in the universe when they said this.
Yeah, in universe. in the universe of the books, they said that. Definitely didn't mean unison. Just, in the universe of the books.
They said it separately, but all in the same universe.
Yeah.
"What the? How the bloody hell do you lot know that?" Stan said. "We read it on the bus," said the boys.
This is classic Harry Potter and the boys,
Oh, the boys are always taking jabs. "Which bus then?" said Stan. "The Shunpike Express," said the boys. "Used to be called the Night Bus, said Stan. "Yeah," said the boys. "But then you bought the business and changed the name," said the boys. "Get on."
Is that enough of their shit?
It's it's literally Stan Shunpike they're speaking to, and they're showing this level of disrespect as if he's not the owner of the Shunpike Express.
It's I don't know, it's like going to the North Pole and Santa's like, "And I put all the toys in my sack."
We know.
Fly around the world with your magic reindeer and give all the... How did you know that? Oh, everyone talks about
There's
it.
a sign. The sign
Santa Claus, he brings presents to all the kids in the world.
The boys made their way up the steps of the bus and saw a number of people sitting there, most of their faces hidden behind copies of the Daily Prophet. Stan introduced the driver, Gaxley Cunnenbum. Cunnenbum, who I already don't respect him.
He's popped up before. Oh yeah, he's popped up before.
Who was the guy at King's Cross Station in Book 2 that told the boys to go to platform 9 and 4/4.
And again, J.K. Rowling never used the and this is Mad-Eye Moody, who was the guy in Book 4 who was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
That's the thing I appreciate about this author in particular is that
he really spells it out.
He makes the book accessible for everyone.
Yeah, and accessibility is important.
Yeah. I like an author that treats me like an idiot.
I love the night bus is an interesting concept as well, because it's it's for the stranded witch or wizard. So it's Harry only finds it because he was stranded and had nowhere to go. But how do they know that? That implies they must have tracking devices on every wizard to be Tim's stranded again at the pub, let's pick him up. How does it work?
How? Yeah, how?
I guess it's magic.
Nah, that can't be it. They've like got CCTV cameras or something.
That's why Stan Shunpike bought the company, because he has cameras in everyone's houses and stuff.
None of these people are talking about me. You gotta change that. Take a seat wherever you like. We'll have you at the Lachy Shunpike soon.
The Lachy Shunpike.
He's expanding.
He's there, finally.
This guy's a regular Murdoch.
Guys, we need to expand this business. Let's buy more buses. Let's buy the Leaky Cauldron.
There's only 2 stops on this bus. One of them's to the pub. I got to make sure they're drunk enough they can't ride home on their brooms.
Everyone who gets on the night bus seems to want to go to the Leaky Cauldron just to get a beer.
Yeah, where else are you going to go?
Yeah, that's true. It's basically, it takes you from the Leaky Cauldron to wherever you want to go, or vice versa. That's what it is.
Which is usually just back to the Leaky Cauldron. Yeah. He's basically doing laps around the block at this point in record time.
Somehow missing all the muggles, like never killing anyone accidentally.
Yeah.
Surely the night bus has accidentally just ran over a muggle. And then the muggle police are like, what happened? Like, we couldn't see anything, you know?
Yeah, this guy just got squished out of thin air.
It's crazy. Have you seen The Boys? As in the TV show The Boys, which is funny because this is called Harry Potter and the Boys.
I've seen like half of the first season.
You know, in the first episode, because it's about superheroes, in the first episode there's the super fast guy. And he's running super fast to go catch a bad guy, and he just runs through a person and just explodes them, and it's just like, oh yeah, sometimes there's collateral damage of the superheroes. That's a good show.
That just must be like in the Harry Potter universe. All these muggles just have like these weird unexplained deaths. They're like, I don't know, he just burst into flames.
That's probably why like everyone in America has like alien abduction memories and stuff. Maybe the wizards there, that's their method of like hiding all the magic stuff.
UFOs.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like, they just cover everything up from the muggles. Wizards basically gaslight muggles.
Yeah.
Like, the muggles are like, I saw a dragon flying above in the sky. No, you didn't. I'm telling you I did. No, you didn't.
Prove it. Get a photo. We've got video footage of this flying car with 2 little boys in it. You're like, Photoshop's been really good. It's generative AI. You can't try. It's a post-truth era.
Yeah, you really can't tell these days. No, this is the 90s.
Like, and that was really Joe Biden singing Ice Spice. Yeah. Okay.
It's like all the shit you see on TikTok now that's like AI made. Like,
I am obsessed with SpongeBob rap.
Oh, like when they make the AI voice covers with SpongeBob.
Not even just covers. People are making like actual like diss tracks from like Plankton versus like SpongeBob, and they are so good. Look up Glorb, Glorb.
Yeah. This
is the only thing I've been listening to for a week. My friends hate it. My family hates it. Glorb.
Okay.
It's absolutely insane. But the thing is, thank you to the magic of AI. For the rest of my life, if I want, I can exclusively listen to SpongeBob rap. Yeah. I don't have to listen to anything else. It's unlimited.
I'm getting a lot of Marge Simpson voice covers on TikTok. It's like, but songs I haven't thought about in a long time, like that. Do you know that song Cooler Than Me? Like, you think you're cool? Yeah. And it's just Marge going, you think you're cooler than me? And it's like, it's strangely addictive to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love them.
All right,
anyway, keep focus,
reading.
Guys.
Keep
focus.
reading the Leaky Shunpike.
We'll have you to the Leaky Shunpike soon. It used to be called the Leaky Cauldron, but you bought the name, you bought the business, and you changed the name, said the boys. No. I just call it the Leaky Shunpike because every time I'm there, I have to take a leak, and I'm Stan Shunpike.
That makes
sense. So don't assume. Okay? Everyone has so much disrespect.
That's why I call my work the Leaky Work.
The Leaky Work.
Because every time I'm there,
I'm hanging out by the leaky alleyway outside my house when I couldn't make it home in time. The leaky alleyway. Anyway. You don't even want to know about my leaky pants.
That's funny because when we got to my apartment, we were in the foyer and it smelt like piss.
I
Remember,
said
I was like-
don't ask questions.
The leaky apartment for you.
No, we still don't know. There was a couple of packages sitting there. We are.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll tell this story. So it smelled like piss, and I said, "Oh, it smells like piss." And then Jackie saw that there were two like parcels that were on the ground floor, and Jackie's like, "Ah, maybe someone's ordered some piss." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, piss.com. Use code Mike for 50% off your first purchase." It's like the idea that people are just ordering piss to get.
Oh, I'm
delivered.
sure there is a website for that.
For like drug tests and stuff, STD checks.
Oh, I just thought for leisure.
Oh,
For leisure.
yeah, okay.
Anyway, we need to focus. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
want to tell you about this other website I heard of, though.
Yeah, tell me.
Some guy does
We
like
love detours on this show.
great because I got
The leaky
many.
detour.
Oh, there's gonna be a piss filled. This one's actually non-piss related, but someone was doing like they find stuff on the dark web and they tell you what it's about. Someone found a website for you can pay like $30,000 and this like illegal company, they will set up a fake reality dating TV show and they will get the girl that you want they'll cast her on the show and they'll put you on it and they'll have actors play everybody else and everyone.
And you just get to choose her.
And you get to like date her as well as one of the other ones, but then all the other ones are like briefed to be shitheads, so she
Yeah.
doesn't like them and she likes you.
That is so... Oh, wait, so you're one of the contestants.
Yeah.
You're not... Right, so you're not the, like, bachelor. You're one of...
You're
Wow.
one of the contestants, but everyone else is an actor
Yeah.
except you, and the other actors will make it so that she doesn't like them, she likes you.
But that's such a risk because imagine if she did choose one of the other people. But also that's such an elaborate, awful gaslighting way to begin a relationship anyway.
I think it's like if you have like, it's for stalkers, I think.
It's just if
with
you just want to
influencers.
fuck someone once.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to date Radio Mike, I have
Yeah,
I have a
website.
website.
No, that's like don't they do that in Nathan For You? Isn't there an
a-
episode where he starts a dating show? Or was it in the
Yes.
rehearsal?
No, it's in Nathan For You. It's
Yeah.
the hunk.
And he keeps saying that the host had a threesome with two guys. Sorry guys, we're just getting detoured. But
So good. Okay.
Nathan For You, fucking great show.
Great show. All right. Anyway, the boys looked around the bus and started moving and took their seats next to a man whose arms were shaking as he held up a copy of the Daily Prophet with a woman next to him whose face was also obscured by the paper. Michael looked at the cover of the Prophet to see an unsurprising headline.
Oh.
Kazkabai!
This is the headline. Sorry.
Kazkabai, murderer broken out of Kazkaban by schoolmates.
Okay, so you're reading it like it's the Daily Mail or like it's some gossip
Yeah,
mag,
yeah.
but the Daily Prophet actually is like the Age. We have a newspaper in Melbourne called The Age.
Daily Prophet feels to me like closer to like a Sky News. Like it's like really right wing for wizards.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
fully
true,
anti-muggle.
It actually kind of is. Like they would write like all of the articles in the book were like anti-Harry, like covering up that Voldemort's back. Like no, he's not.
Yeah.
Basically, Voldemort was like global warming, and the Daily Prophet was Sky News being like, it's not real. People die all the time. It's got nothing to do with Voldemort being back. Harry's a liar. Dumbledore's a liar. Wow, that's such a great assessment.
That's my feeling
I
on it.
love that. That's also a really clever headline for 13-year-old me. Kazkabai, because it's Kazkaban.
Right.
And that does feel like a tacky tabloid headline. Kazkabai, murderer broken out of Kazkaban by schoolmates.
I was wondering why I was having so much trouble reading that because Kazkaban is not the name.
As in it's Azkaban.
Yeah, so
in
I'm
this
like,
series. Yeah, in this series it's called, there's another prison called Kazkaban and it's in Kazakhstan.
Oh, is it better or worse than regular Azkaban?
We're not sure yet. But
We're
all
gonna
we
find
know
out.
is instead of Dementors, there's Carmentors.
That sounds worse to me. It
Well, it
sounds
depends how you want to look at it.
it's just a regular prison, I guess. The Commandos. Look at this. Michael gestured to the rest of the boys who gazed at the paper. Vladek Slobodamonovic.
Vladek Slobodamonovic. You don't have to say it again.
Infamous murderer.
This is the article now. So they're reading the article, I guess.
Yes, is the article.
So Vladek Slavodomanovic, Vladek is a character who has popped up in book 2.
Slavodomanovic, infamous murderer serving a life sentence in Kazkaban, was broken out of prison recently, suspected by 2 former school friends after several commenters were taken down by exceptional patrocums.
Okay, so I guess it's Patrocum in Expecto Patrocum instead of Expecto Patronum.
Yeah, yeah.
I assume this is the first mention of Patrocum.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think a Patrocum is as opposed, because you know a Patronus,
Yes.
it shoots out an animal.
Yes.
What do you reckon a Patrocum is?
I think visually it looks very similar. Basically the same thing out of the wand, except for that
Doesn't take an animal form. Unless it hits an egg, then it becomes a baby.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Or it's still out of the wand, but it's just when it comes out and then it or maybe it is actually maybe it's basically the same thing and it does create an animal, but it's just like a cum animal. It's like a cum
Gooey
deer.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, a cum deer.
A cum deer walking around.
Fuck, that's funny. It's dripping.
After several commenters were taken down by exceptional patrocums, former Hogwarts potions master Winston Charger and his childhood best friend Kim Jiri, known by many as the devilish Dick Chopperofferer, who fled Hogwarts in his 5th year, whose whereabouts were previously unknown.
You're reading this like you
a news
read
card.
10 news.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Were seen fleeing from the prison in bare feet with Slavodomovic and an unknown unconscious boy.
We know that boy is Gemini Jones. You
Okay.
don't. I do.
Because
The listeners do.
immediately I'm concerned.
No,
Immediately
so
I'm
at
concerned.
the end of book 2,
Is this boy okay?
Mr. Charge has been spending too much time on Omegle.
Yeah, is he safe? He's unconscious.
No.
He's with the Dick Chopper offerer about to get patrocummed on.
At the end of book 2, Mr. Charger and Kim Jiri kidnapped Gemini Jones.
Yes.
And then we now know they went to Kazkaban to break, I guess, Vladek Slavodomanovic out of prison.
Where did the name come from, Slavodomanovic?
Don't know. You tell me.
all right.
Just sounds Kazakhstani, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Slavodomanovic was sentenced.
Slavodomanovic was sentenced over 13 years ago after being found guilty of murdering his own wife and former Hogwarts student and high achiever, Jordan Borden. Borden, who was friends with Slavodomanovic, Charger and Jiri at school, was left obliterated one night when Slavodomanovic killed him.
This is very echoing like the Sirius Black, Peter Pettigrew kind of stuff.
Got it. Pictured.
Some newspapers have typos. They're trying to bust one out every day. It's hard.
They're busting out their patrocums.
Picatred.
He's Picatred here. Winston Charger, Kim Jiri, Vladek Slavodomanovic, Jordan Borden, and current ministry employee Boris Mailman in their 3rd year of high school at Hogwarts.
Wow.
The boys gazed at the picture where indeed their lanky potions master stood as a 13 or 14-year-old boy with hairy Vladek and clown-like Kim and handsome Boris Mailman, father of Dragon Mailboy.
So far, how are you feeling about this? Are you confused?
Yeah, I'm mostly confused now because I've just realised Boris Mailman is the father of Dragon Mailboy.
Yes.
So
But they have different surnames?
Yeah, based on their age?
Yeah.
So like
I think we addressed this in book 1 when Mailman and Mailboy first appeared. But yeah, I guess it's like, I guess when Dragon Mailboy is like 15 or 16, he becomes Dragon Mail Teen.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe Boris Mailman, when he's like 70, becomes Boris Old Man or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They recognised all of them, plus a 5th boy shorter than the others, scrawny and rat-like. And he had definitely never had a blowy. And the boys knew this had to have been Jordan Borden. You can tell. Sometimes you can just tell.
You can look, I've got a good blow dar. I just know if a guy's had a blowy or not. It's like
I have one of those radars as well, and I run. I run away.
a bloater. Sorry.
This guy never had a blowy. You can tell.
You can just tell.
The photo must have been taken on the Christmas holidays because none of the boys were wearing their school robes. They were wearing Christmas sweaters.
Oh, that's very joyful for, the villains.
I'm so glad because usually those sentences, that second sentence usually would be like,
naked.
Yeah. Finally, some artful direction. Okay. Who is that? Said Derek. Who is that? 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 Said Stan Shunpike.
I think actually that was a good interpretation of the text, but I think this is a reference to in the actual movie, Harry sees Sirius Black on the paper and Harry says to Stan Shunpike, "Who is that?" And Stan Shunpike goes, "Who is that? Right. Who is that?" Like he's like the stupidest person in the world. But I feel like I've just thought it would be funny if he just kept doing that.
Got it. Let me just run that back real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Who is that? 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 Who is that?
Yeah, that was good. I think that's it.
Said Stan Shunpike in the same way he says it to Harry in the Prisoner of Azkaban movie when Harry sees the picture of Sirius Black and says, "Who is that?"
Fuck. Okay.
Good. Yeah, good. I should have read that part first. But there was one more person in this photo. He was smiling and laughing with the boys shown as the pictures in the Wizard World move. Oh. And then he would do like the hang 10 symbol with his fingers and stick his tongue out at the camera like,
Now, so you would expect this to be a kid, like some dumb kid, but...
Oh, but it was Harry Potter.
So Harry Potter, who at this point probably is at least a teacher at the school, maybe not the headmaster, because this is
this is in the photo.
Yeah, in the photo. He's like hanging out with these kids, posing for a photo, just being like,
Yeah, of course.
I
He's
just think
chilling
that's
now.
a funny image, yeah.
Oh, he's done all the work he needs to do. He can chill out.
Yeah, he killed Voldemort.
And then surely enough, the man holding the paper put it down and was smiling. It was Harry Potter too.
as well, not like there's another Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter 2.
Like he had the picture of him in front of him and then he put the paper down and it was really him.
Wow, okay.
But he looked way worse. It was Harry Potter sitting next to a woman who was quite obviously a prostitute who almost certainly had been giving him a blowy this entire time.
So inappropriate.
You can tell though when someone's getting a blowy. You can tell when they're actively...
If you've got a blow dart, you can easily tell.
Yeah, you just I'm like, oh, I just feel like this guy is actively getting a blowjob in front of me.
Yeah.
It's just a blow dart. Professor Potter? Everybody said. What? Said Harry, sheepishly smiling. I like blowies. And everyone on the bus laughed like, classic Harry.
It's like, you walk in on your husband having an affair. He's getting a blowy. I'm like, oh, I like blowies.
And the Seinfeld music plays. And then he smiled and winked at the cameras.
I like blowies.
This woman.
Sometimes the book just references the cameras and it's like, okay, is this a TV show?
They know. What are you doing here anyway? Luke asked Harry. Do I have to explain to you, you little punk? Fuck off, said Harry. Anyway, if you must know, I'm just hanging with Darla. Delilah, said Darla.
So the narrator is still not sure if it is Delilah or Darla because Delilah
said Darla.
Delilah is saying that her name is Delilah, but the narrator still calls her Darla. Just disrespect to women in fiction.
The narrator is omniscient.
Yeah.
And Darla is wrong.
Darla is wrong about her
She's
own
probably
name.
coked out of her mind.
Yeah.
I can't trust her.
She's giving a blowy on a bus.
On a bus.
To a respected man in the wizarding world.
Come on, they're just on their way to the leaky cauldron.
The gummy cauldron.
Yeah, that's what he calls it.
The leaky dick.
Yeah. Delilah, yeah, just hanging. She's not a prostitute or anything. You guys got anything planned this year? We're going to Hogwarts, said Rob. Ah, Hogwarts. Yeah, I went there. Decent school. You guys what, like in first, second year? Said Harry. Isn't he the headmaster?
Yeah, he just doesn't know.
Yeah, I went there earlier today.
I think like Harry just like wants to have like plausible deniability of like if the kids like we saw Harry Potter on a bus getting a blowy from a woman who may or may not be named Delilah. And she's like, nah, I didn't see those kids. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, well the thing is, like, he could have just not admitted it with him to begin with. Like, anyway.
Oh God.
What are they gonna do? He'll expel them. Okay. Harry, you know us. We're the boys. The main characters of the book, said Tom. Yeah, I might have heard of ya, but I don't know. I've been too busy with Delilah. Darla, shut up! Your name is Darla.
Just gaslight someone on their own name.
It literally is her name, though. The narrator said.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
He's always right. It's not important. The reality is this year at Hogwarts has got to be a pretty chill one, okay? No giving ghosts blowies, no fucking around with were-basilisks, centaur sex parties, and please no more of this, oh, Harry, Mr. Charger is trying to kill us. Oh, Harry, there's a mass murderer in the school disguised as a choir master, okay? The ministry is asking a lot of questions, and I really need this year to work out because I want to get my bonus. But if anything does go wrong, blame it on Neville, okay? Look, I'm friends with Neville, but if it's between me or him going to Kazkaban, let's work together and make sure it's him. Anyway, boys, this bird's got to bounce. See you at the Great Hall, or as some call it, the Grand Hall.
So much to unpack there. So the ministry is asking a lot of questions about how Hogwarts is being managed, which is good thing.
Reasonable, yeah.
But also really sad that Harry would just throw Neville under the bus to save his own ass.
It's not the first time he's done that, though. What was the thing last time where about his dick?
I don't know.
On the sexy adventure for mates, he was like, "Come on, Neville, just get your dick out," or whatever it was.
Do you need to take that?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Jackie just got a call. Yeah, true. But it is like, it's just sad to acknowledge that Harry's like, hey, I don't want anything to go wrong this year. I really want my bonus so I can get that trip to Hawaii or something. And then he's like, but if something does go wrong, let's make a pact. Me and you go straight to Neville.
Straight to Neville. That guy's got nothing going on anyway. It's really not that much of a loss. Like, his parents
He's
are dead.
definitely never had a blowy.
You can tell. You can just tell.
Boys, I've got a good blow dar. I think I would know.
You know when, like, I can tell that I'm still actively getting a blowjob right now. That's how good my blow dar is.
And thanks again, Delilah. It's not important.
You know when people are like, you know those people that will complain about something someone else does, but it's like, you do that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's Harry when he's like, no more giving ghosts blowies, no fucking around with the were-basilisks.
Yeah. Mate, you're on a bus getting a blowy right now.
Like, dude, take a look
Practice
at yourself.
what you preach, yeah.
Yeah, have a look in the mirror of the mirror of requirements. No, that's not it. What is it?
Mirror of Erised.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and then so he ends by saying, anyway, boys, this bird's got to bounce, which I think it's this bird's got to fly.
Yeah.
And then just saying, I've got to bounce is another saying. But
He's
he's
cool.
like, what?
He's like a cool dude.
He's cool. He makes up new sayings.
He's like chill now. Also, like, if we're considering the fact that, you know, this bus is meant to pick up stranded wizards.
So
right?
where was he before?
Well, I have my suspicions, you know. He just hangs out on the bus looking for stranded women. Stranded women with no way of getting home.
Like, hey, I'm Harry Potter.
They need
Come
some money.
stay at He's got to deal with Stan
He just
Shunpike.
rides the bus around and around.
Okay, this bird's got to bounce. See you at the Great Hall.
They were moving over 100 on a freeway, and Harry literally zipped up his dick.
Wait, what?
He zipped it up.
He zipped up his
You don't do that?
Like he zipped up his foreskin or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he zipped up his pants, but yeah, zipped up his dick.
No, he zipped up his foreskin. He's not cut. Now that we're back to that. He zipped
Also,
up his
when
dick.
it says they were moving over 100, that's like in Australia, 100 kilometers an hour is like, that's the freeway speed limit.
Realistically, it's not that fast.
It's not that far. Well, you wouldn't jump out of a bus at that speed.
No.
Which is what it seems that Harry's about to do
I'm just surprised. Yeah, anyway,
after zipping up his dick.
He zipped up his dick, like that one scene in Something About Mary.
What?
Have you seen Something About Mary?
Nah. Does someone zip up their dick?
Yeah, it's like he's like in the bathroom before, and he zips it before prom, and it gets stuck. So he zipped it up, opened the narrow window from the side of the bus, and sort of flopped out from the 4th story. They heard bumping and lots of ow, fuck, fuck.
You're going 100. Harry just like rolls out the window. It's just like boom, boom, boom.
He's got like, I feel like there's like they just
a cushioning spell or something.
No, like a healing spell, like Jackass would go off in the Wizarding World. You know what I mean? Like, what's up, guys? I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm doing the Cum Patronus challenge. All right. As Harry must have violently bounced down the road, breaking various bones. 5 minutes later, the Shunpike Express had to make a detour to pick up the wizard that was stranded not that far away. As they pulled up, Harry Potter got back on the bus, pretended he wasn't covered in blood, pus, and some of his bones were showing, and that his glasses were not broken.
So Harry's gone to the boys, I gotta bounce, rolls out of the window, fucking rolls down the asphalt of the freeway, bounces along, breaks bones, he's bleeding, and then the night bus goes, there's a stranded wizard. We gotta pick him
Sorry,
up.
man, we got that radar for that thing. Like, we actually have to stop. The bus will not move until we pick you up. You don't have another way of getting home.
And then Harry just nonchalantly just walks onto the bus. No, I reckon I don't even think Harry's going like against it. I think this was his plan, and he was just gonna get on another story.
I feel like he's just trying to ditch Delilah. He's like, I got what I wanted.
He's fun. He didn't even pay her by the looks of it.
No, he's just, I can't pay you. I've got to go to the hospital.
So his glasses weren't broken. Harry Potter got back on the bus.
He got back on the bus and pretended his glasses weren't broken, walked up to Gaxley Cumminbum and said, "One adult ticket, please." And then went to another story of the bus and just didn't talk to the boys again. I get that. Sometimes you're stuck in a conversation and you're like, I really don't know how to like get out of this. So you just like jump out of a building because it's better than talking to that person. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever feel like that?
And then you go back to the building, but you just go to a different part of the building so you don't, but you know they're going to see you walk in, but you just ignore them. Because what I love is like Harry's like, I know they're going to see me, but I'm just going to pretend I didn't see them and just ignore everything.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're covered in blood. Are you okay? You need help. I don't want to talk to you.
One ticket, please.
Anyway, long story short, when the bus arrived at the Leaky Cauldron, the boys all had to buy their books for the year ahead in Diagon Alley, even though they had just witnessed their headmaster incur a traumatic injury.
That's the end of the chapter.
The end.
No, the end of the chapter.
The end of the chapter.
Okay, that was real. What do you think? I liked that.
I liked that chapter. That was a good chapter. I related to a lot in that chapter. Yeah, I felt that was very relatable. You know, like I said, like sometimes you don't want to, you're stuck and you're like, oh my God, this person is like so boring. And so you just, you know, like almost kill yourself, like jumping out of a window, because that would be better than continuing the conversation with them. Do you know what I mean? Like those people are just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So, OH&S in the school.
Jump through the window.
oh, you've got porn in the school, enough. Like sometimes you don't want to hear it.
You know what that reminds me of? When Harry rolls off the bus and then gets back on. The Seinfeld when George quits like spectacularly. And then the next day he just comes back in because he realized he doesn't want to quit. And then
Pretend it didn't happen.
So he's just like pretends it doesn't happen, goes into the meeting, and then one of his colleagues is just like, "Didn't you quit?" Fuck, that's good. That was such a good chappy. Well done.
That was very good. Very well written.
Thank you.
I would like to propose something to you.
Yeah, a toast.
This one goes out to all the
muggles out there.
The boys. No, not that. I was going to say, could you, because I said earlier that I thought that you were ghostwriting these to keep the podcast going. Can you?
Like when the books are finished?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll have the same effect because I can't write. Like the only reason the fucked up, what?
Oh, I was going to say, it won't work.
The only reason the fucked up stuff in the podcast is funny is because I wrote it when I was 12.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't write it now and be like, oh, this is funny. Like there's no irony to it.
That's true. I was going to say for a second, what if ChatGPT wrote another follow-on chapter, but with the language, I don't think it will accept any of that content at all.
I'd be open to writing another one like once it's it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully I get a book deal.
Maybe there's a web series opportunity.
Like a YouTube series or something.
Yeah, like
would you be in it as Malfoy?
Oh my god, yes. I would love to. That's what I was getting at. Oh, really? I want my big break.
Where can people follow you and stuff if they like you and block you if they hate you?
Yeah, you can block me at so if you want to block me, just go on Instagram and search for Jackie Hatton. Yeah. My link tree is in there. You can find all my other social media. Otherwise, you can also look up Illfection. And because that's my username.
Yeah. And what if you won't stop texting people? What number can they block?
What? Yeah. They hang on. I was about to dox you.
Also, I am at radio.mike on Insta, HPATB pod on Insta and TikTok. I sometimes put the clips up on YouTube as well. Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys if you want full video versions. This was a really funny one. We did it on the couch in this one because like I'm moving house, so lots of my stuff is packed away.
I'm so comfortable.
It's a good couch, isn't it? I'm getting a new one though. I'm going to IKEA tonight with my dad. That's why he rang.
Oh, that's nice. It's so close.
It's across the road. For one more day because I move tomorrow.
I'm so comfortable that I'm on this couch. I feel like I want to get you a few extra Patreon subscribers. You guys can have one toe. One toe.
Jackie just showed her toe to the Patreon because she has a hole in her sock.
For $50 a month, you can see 2 toes.
If you... Yeah, get on the Patreon, guys. The full videos are so worth it. All right. That's all for today. Goodbye, Hamores.
Goodbye, Hamores. Is that like...
Who's Hamores?
I don't know. It's like a Spanish guy.
Oh, yeah. Do you know him?
Yeah. I gave him a blowjob once.
Oh, I thought, I saw him. My blowdar went off for him. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Harry Potter and the Boys. We will be back next week, of course. But in the meantime, why don't you move over to my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, the conversations you wish you were having about the stuff that nobody else cares about. It's out every Thursday. Last week on the show, we talked about how expensive Taylor Swift tickets are in Australia, why the new Flash movie failed, and Meghan Markle's podcast deal with Spotify coming to an end. Get it all on 20th Century Boy with me, Radio Mike, every Thursday. This podcast was a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to check out all our other content, stay up to date at radio.mike on Instagram, and get in touch, radiomikepod@gmail.com.